Hey guys, Axel here, and in this episode I'm gonna practice my speaking IGCSE again, and today's topic is being noisy. The following prompts, use the following prompts to develop the conversation. When you enjoy being noisy and why? Whether you prefer to be in a noisy place or a quiet place, the effects of noise on people and animals. The idea that we only notice noise when it stops. The view that governments should make the reduction of noise pollution their top priority. Okay, when you enjoy being noisy and why? How should I start this off? How should I start this off? Probably with a transitive word. Although I am usually a quiet and reserved person, when I'm heated up in an argument or while playing a game, I may be louder than usual, as I should have come to get this. When you enjoy being noisy and why? Although I'm usually a quiet and reserved person, I tend to speak a lot in a heated argument or during an intense game. Excuse me. Okay, anyways, continuing, where was I? Although I am usually a quiet and reserved person, during an intense argument or no. Although I'm usually a quiet and reserved person, during a heated argument or intense gameplay, I tend to speak and yell very often, as other players might do something that upsets me, and that is the time where I make a lot of noise. Although I don't enjoy doing this, and I'm trying to do less of this, I'm trying to control my emotions better. Those are the times where I usually get noisy. I would prefer to be in a noisy place, but not too noisy. Like, I would like to have some background noise, but not to the point where I need to cover my ears. No, that's not okay. I would rather be in a place with background noise, but not. No, it's just weird. It's just so weird. Okay, restart. Although I'm usually a quiet and reserved person, I tend to speak up more in a heated argument or during intense gameplay, as I might not agree on the points that the other party makes, or a player does something to upset me and I need to verbally express my emotions. Although I don't really enjoy it, those are the times when I get particularly noisy. Okay. I would not like to be in a quiet place, as the silence just feels very awkward, and although this is just my personal opinion, I feel like a ghost may come out and attack me. I know that's never gonna happen, but it's just a feeling I get if everything is too noisy. So I guess I would prefer to be in a noisy place, but not too noisy. I'd like to be in a place with some background sound, like maybe the sound of people talking, they're chittering, or maybe like the sound of the aircon just uh, buzzing or moving, like the moving of the fan. Although if it gets too loud, it will be annoying. At just the right volume, it's the perfect place to relax. And the effect of noise, it's actually pretty tremendous, I believe, because whenever we hear noise, we either get worried, panic, or just run away. Every time you're inside of a room with someone, let's say me and a friend are talking inside the classroom, and we hear like a loud thump outside in the hallway, we would just completely drop our conversation and just look out the door, look into the hallway just to see what made the noise. So I would say it's pretty impactful, especially with animals too, as they rely on noise for their survival. If they cannot detect their predators, their lives are doomed. It's over. So it really is impactful. Well, I do agree that we only notice noise when it stops. Okay, hold up. Okay, we are back. Okay. Yes, I do agree that we only notice noise when it stops, because we are so accustomed to hear something at the back of our head that when we stop hearing it, we feel that something is strange, that something is off. So yes, I very well do agree that we only notice it when it stops. The government, I don't think their top priority should be noise reduction. I believe there are much more important things that they should attend to. For instance, in my country, they should work on corruption, or they should work on cleaning up all the trash in the streets and in our lakes, because when we have a flood, it gets really intense. So maybe they should work on that first before noise reduction. Oh wow, I can, okay, noise, I guess noise isn't the topic for me. I could only speak for 4 minutes without breaking myself, or like cutting myself off, or stop running out of ideas. Oh gosh, okay. On to the next topic, looking at animals. Okay, so our next topic is looking at animals. The following prompts are a zoo or aquarium you know about and what you can see there. Whether you prefer to see animals in pictures or on the television rather than in real life. Reasons why we might like to see animals in a wildlife or safari park. The view that animal attraction should only be for the benefit of the visitors. The idea that in the future animal attractions won't exist. Okay, so the first one, a zoo or aquarium you know about and what you can see there. Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. When I was in Australia during the holiday, I visited the zoo in Sydney, and I saw the regular native Australian animals like the kangaroo, and honestly, that's all the animals I can remember in that zoo. At least the memorable ones, but the obvious ones are elephants, like the big cats, a couple of bears, and a wallaby. I forgot what it's called, but it starts with a W, and I think it's furry and lives in burrows underground. I would prefer to see animals in pictures because I am an avid fan of anime, and in anime they make everything more cuter than it is in real life. So yes, I can say that I prefer to see animals in pictures rather than in real life. We as human beings, we love to see something new. It's not every day where you wake up and when you open your door, you just see a lion, like a peaceful lion, just walking around, not bothering anyone. You don't get to see that very often. So, when we go to a zoo or an aquarium, we get to see these quote-unquote exotic creatures because we don't encounter them on a daily basis. I'm sure that like 3,000, 5,000 years ago, this concept would be ridiculous. People would absolutely hate this concept, but right now, where we don't have to hunt and technology has advanced, it's like a new experience for us. Okay. Now I think some animal attractions do benefit the animal itself. For example, endangered animals. Animal species like pandas, they need humans to stay alive, or else they'll go extinct. Because pandas are already low in numbers, and they don't reproduce a lot of offspring. It's up to humans to motivate them to reproduce, and this is a real thing. And aside from that, when we keep them in a cage, I guess, or if we keep them in a zoo, they can learn to be friendly with humans, and maybe, who knows, maybe they interact with, when they are set free, they can interact with other animals of its kind, and they can say, hey, humans are not that bad, although that's just a personal view. But I do think that some animal attractions are necessary, as it is a way to obtain funds to help save the animals, so it's a good thing. It's both sides get the benefit. And in the future, animal attractions will probably still exist. It's not like they're gonna go away. In fact, I think there will be more animal attractions because of pollution. Like a lot more animals are just gonna die, and we need to save them, so you know, there's that. Okay, so that was looking at animals. I spoke that for about 4 minutes too. Oh god, I'm gonna kill my GCSE. I need to take this item first. Who died? Was it Beautifly? Okay, Beautifly. I mistook you for Butterfree, but you were one of my favorite Pokemon, mostly because you actually had a grass type move, and you had a flying type move, and you were a bug type. Okay, goodbye. Okay, before we release Slowbro, gotta get its item first. Okay. Slowbro, In the beginning you kinda sucked. But then after you learned water gun you got a little bit better. But then you died to a Groudon. I don't really blame you. I wasn't really paying attention to you. So I hope you all rest easy. Goodbye, Slowbro. And that concludes the end of this episode. So Serranel, hopefully I got like, I don't know, maybe a 16. Hopefully even a 14 for that like 4-minute thing. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.